Hey everybody, what's up? How's it going? Merry Christmas Eve. How are ya? Happy birthday, Cappy Goat. What you doing today? What's your birthday plans, girl? What you up to? What you up to? Gonna win big? Gonna have a good day? What do you want for your birthday? It's like your dream Christmas present. What's up, Janet? How's it going? Shells, what's up? I know a good Christmas present, an awesome stocking stuffer would be the book that Shelly's got. It's available on Amazon. You guys should buy this. I like it. I've been using it. I can show you a couple pages because I've been writing in it. But you totally got to check this out. Shelly is one of our awesome OG family members here, and she has written and published this. This is the perfect last minute stocking stuffer gift. Well, no, this one needs wrapped up unless you got a really big stocking like mine. Mine's a big one. But if you need a smaller gift, then Frankie's got her candles too. So check out Frankie and Shelly. I got posts made in the community section that has links right to purchase the items. All right, Frankie's is all on her website. Shelly's, if you go in the community's posts, I made a post with this book, and it's got a direct link right to the purchase page on Amazon. It is worth every flipping penny. And I love shouting out the family members that are embracing their own creative endeavors, because even when I started my own creative endeavor, this channel, I was scared out of my mind. So, support local small business, and doesn't get any more local than a part of the family like Frankie and Shelly. Also, I'm going to shout this out for the holidays again real quick because I haven't had a chance to make this post yet. My schedule's been kind of crazy. But hold on. Where's Monica's? Monica, I still keep your email right on my producer's desk over here. But Monica's is totally worth checking out too. All right. Monica, her project is Blooming Feminine Academy. And I love this. There's a place in Nashville that does this, that helps like younger women and girls and ones that have been through all kinds of stuff to help get them back to best. All right. And bloomingfeminineacademy.com is another one of them to support women on their healing journey, reconnect with their feminine essence while improving their lives and relationships. All right. And this is one based right from her own experiences. Okay. Definitely support local small family business. And if I haven't been shouting you out and you're a subscriber, member of the family, and you're like, wait, Archer, I do something. I have songs like Caitlin's at work. I have a tarot channel, whatever. Let's help support local small business. All right. Let's grow your digital footprint. All right. And I love this. Monica, the work you do will never go unrewarded. All right. God loves people that help look out for the children, for the ones that have been hurt, all of it. So definitely check out bloomingfeminineacademy.com. And then over in the community post, you can purchase Shelly's book. And Frankie's got her own frankiestarot.com where you can get the candles or book a reading with her. So it's totally cool. All right. And make sure y'all are subscribed to everybody in the Archer Network, which I will be updating and upgrading that too going forward. Because, we're growing the whole thing here. That's my little 10 of cup streak. I wanted to call it the Archer Broadcasting Company, but ABC's already taken and I can't afford that copyright strike. So it's like, nope. Had to come up with something better. You know what I mean? Highlight Worker Tarot, what up, what up? I still got to snoop over to your page, too. I got to look at your stuff, see what you're up to. I like Page of Swords. And this is going to be a great way. I dig it. Great way to start 26 out. But yeah, totally supporting. What up, where's Virgo? How you doing? I love your screen name. You know how many people wonder where Virgo is when you guys go into, I'm Virgo placements. I disappear. People start texting me. I'm like, are you okay, Archer? What's going on? Where's Virgo? How are you doing? Happy Christmas, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. I forgot to clip the microphone on. How about that? Why didn't somebody tell me about that? It's Cappy Goat's birthday. All right, we're going to read some super chat questions for you guys. I know we haven't done one since Sunday, but thank you guys for letting me have the time. I really wanted to just read cards yesterday. So thank you for letting me do the family message. That needed to come out. And I hope you guys liked the whole 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I had fun writing that. That was a blast. Destiny, oh my gosh, how are you doing? What's up? Spinny hugs. Merry Christmas. How are you? How you been? How are things going? I miss you, girl. It's good to see you. Busy Dog's back too. Well, I know you've been a busy dog, but what's up, Adrian? How are you? Thanks for coming. Merry Christmas, everybody. I love you guys. Okay, let's see what's up. Oh my gosh, Cappy Goat, you're only one day away from being Jesus's birthday twin. That's really cool. Dig that. All right, let's dig into it. Let's see what's going down here. All right, let me go over to the screen. Whatever message comes out, good, bad, or indifferent. I got you covered. All the usual stuff. We're good. All right, so let's dig in. Let's get you guys covered, and then I'm punching out because it's Christmas Eve. I'm taking the afternoon off. All right, let's see what we got. All right, God, tap me in. Everybody needs a spinny hug. Group fam hug, group spinny hug. The deck jammed before I even shouted out Janet's super chat. So that means everybody's overdue for a spinny hug. You know what I mean? All right, group hug, fam hug. All right, Janet, let's put you at 510. All right, Ryan said I got his account banned in a live, other bad things. Okay, send him a long message with a goodbye. Is there redemption and will he get clean? Let's see. Oop, stop. Okay. The Hermit card. Oh, nice. We were just talking about Virgo energy. The Magician, Gemini, Virgo, the World card, the Sun card, Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups. There's a few things that'll be worked on this side. You did not get Virgo, Hermit. You didn't get his account banned. You did not do it. This was a spiritual intervention. Whomever was compelled to reach out about his channel to TikTok. One of the things that really ticks Jesus off is when people use children to their advantage. They're minors. They're not should be treated that way. So either he puts the child on the camera or he lets the child touch the tarot cards. No minor should be doing that. And Jesus stepped in on this one. Jesus has been known to tip a table in the temple from a time to time when somebody uses children to their advantage. Something he is doing wrong caused for everything to happen the way it did, and it wasn't you that caused it with the Magician card. All right? This was divinely guided from above. He's doing something on his channel that God does not like. Wow, I didn't know my voice got that deep. But anyways, that's the thing. Now, World card. This is your message to the goodbye with the Sun card, that it does still have a more optimistic outcome with the Seven of Swords once you pass your test too. You're being highly tested in how you react to things that set you off. When this test is going to repeat itself very soon. Within the next 7 days, you and Ryan will have another form of contact because it's going to try to tick you off again to get you to send another goodbye message. At the moment, the goodbye message is sticking. He's taking you at your word right now, okay? This is going to put him into a Seven of Swords vibe, and he's going to attempt to do something else to rage bait you and get your attention again. Probably trash talking you during a live, calling you out, something stupid, right? Another thing that kind of ticks Jesus off from time to time, when people try to mess with the human construct. See John 11 for more details on that one, right? This is the thing that if the lesson isn't learned, he's going to start yelling at him like Lazarus. But the thing on it is, it's another one for you too, because you're on a higher elevation. You're on the higher vibrational frequency already. You know what I mean? And so, well, you are an earth sign, so it does fit. But the reason for that is that this is going to come around really quick. This isn't one where I'm like, well, you might have to wait a little bit for it to hit. No, he's going to try to get your goat again, so to speak, which means totally happens during Capricorn season, probably within the next 5 to 7 days. And I'm going to actually give you the cheat sheet. I used to do that in high school. I made a killing selling answer tests. Anyways, what? Huh? I can't get in trouble for that now. That was like 30 years ago. Anyways, I made good money doing it. But here's the thing. So it's going to happen again. And the way to pass the test is to not react. Literally. And it's not a no contact thing. It's that he's going to do something that gets that anger, that your chest hurts, your stomach gets upset, and you want to lash out and give him that ultimatum. The bigger person is the one that chooses peace. If you were to do that and choose peace and do not engage this time and not get upset and triggered off by it, that will allow the gate to open because you'll be the first one that hasn't done it to him. He's almost used to it because of how much of a Seven of Swords bully he is. Okay. And this is some more lessons for him. God will do this. When messages are not supposed to go out or people are misusing the tarot, God will step in just like somebody like Hitler misusing the Bible or Bible quotes, right? God will cause glitches. God will cause live streams to fail, audio to glitch, streams to not work, banning, monetization being taken away for a month at a time. He will continue to derail that channel until he changes his ways. That's his test. Since he's not going to pass the test this time around, that's why he's going to continue doing what he's doing, and he will attempt to do this again. So, yep, 100%, the cycle has not ended yet. But if you close the cycle by being the good person and choosing peace, that's how you break his cycle. And then you guys can come together. Straight up, you are highly more elevated than him, okay? And that's the reason you got to go first. You got to lead him, right? It's like you guys are in a split grade class in school, and like he's on the grade 3 and you're on the grade 4, and you know what I mean? So this one, you do have to kind of take the lead on it. If you continue to fight, be like, nope, that's it, we're done. He's like, oh, okay, she said we're done. I guess we're done. He's controlling with the silence, right? Then you stay quiet. He reaches back out to try to set you off again, and then you don't set off. You know, I'll pray for you. Hope things get better. Whatever. You literally do not allow him to light that Ace of Wands inside of you. And that's how you achieve yours. And then he realizes it's not going to work for him unless he comes in differently. And then he begins to close the cycle and changes ways to go to the Sun card. Okay. If this were to continue, straight up, if it were to continue, I'm being told to tell you this would not resolve. The cycle would not close. It wouldn't get to the one of the points that one of you guys were ready to be the bigger person and be done until Leo season next year. All right. So if you keep going when he keeps going, this will continue 6 months into 2026. That's why you'll start seeing the repeating sixes. So you guys won't make peace till Leo season. All right. But you take the high road approach. You guys fix this up before Capricorn season's over. Tell him stop treating this kid wrong. God don't like that. Okay. And that's not on you. That's on him. He is definitely not up for Father of the Year. Anyways, moving on to Carla. All right, Carla, you're at Carla, we're going to milk you for 11-11. So what you up to? How you doing? What's going on your end of the world? Okay, we're good. Carla. All right, let's see what we got for you. Merry Christmas to you too, girl. Spinny hugs. All right, ready to express your feelings to your Virgo and don't know how he would feel about it. I need guidance on what to do. All right, I love you too. And spinny hugs for Mama T too. Stop. Death card. We got to take a different perspective on this. Knight of Swords, no problem. God will tell me what to tell you. With the Strength card to the Ace of Wands. So while you're feeling a little bit like Daniel in the Lion's Den, Daniel chapter 6 may be a big part of this, because this is going to be a transformation, which I'm being told is more of transforming how you reach out. Okay. You may choose to express your feelings from more of a Knight of Swords, Aquarian type of perspective. You're like, similar to maybe what Janet sent with her long message, goodbye message. If you take a more optimistic perspective to it, spin it like how a writer can rewrite a book or parts of a book 5 different times to get different perspectives. If you approach to expressing your feelings in a more humble and vulnerable point, you'll draw them right back in. But if you go in this energy here where you're like, look, I've waited long enough. I don't know what's wrong. Why do you keep going? It's a very big test to not what you say, but how you say it. All right. Putting it into a positive perspective of more of the, I've been thinking about you, would love to talk again, had you on my mind, stuff like that. That's more of the direction that he will like, that leads you with the Knight of Pentacles to a meetup, Queen of Sheba visiting Solomon, where he'll travel to come and see you. All right. So you are being guided with the Ace of Wands. Go time. You can push the go button if you wish to press send. Just, I don't have a better way to put it, but you and me, you get me. So if I say just like, you get more bees with honey, you'd be like, I got you, Archer. I can handle that. That's kind of the way I was going anyways. I just need to know if it was okay. Oh, so you've already worked this part out on your own. You just wanted to see it okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, yes. Literally, I got the moon card. You're only nervous because you're fearful of the retaliation. Is he going to go off on you, yell at you, take it out on you, not respond at all? That's scary. 4 of Wands, he responds. So long as you say it right. 10 of Swords, nothing to worry about. 8 of Pentacles, you've already worked out how to say it to keep it in a more loving energy. You're good to go. And that is Virgo vibes, all right? It's a good tower when you press send that leads to him reaching back out with Temperance. 4 of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles leads to a response. You may have to wait somewhere between 4 hours, possibly 4 days to get the response. If you're willing to do that, it's totally worth the wait. Repeating 4 is a confirmation if you've been seeing repeating 4s. Okay? Hope that helps. I think you actually already know what the right thing to do, and God's saying, you're good. You're good to go. All right. Tia Bia. Hello, Tia Bia. You're going to be at 1406. All right. Well, the Pisces spent New Year's Eve with me. Invited him to the party, but he said he has to check and got family plans. Okay. How will the holiday party go tonight? Going with my girls, might run into the Leo. You will, because that's Leo's white rabbit moment. You're not even going to pay him any mind, I see. You might be polite. Like if you guys were both guys, it'd be the nod, you know, either the up or the down, but it'd just kind of be like, it'd be the up. It'd be like, sup, yo, not a respectful downward nod, but just the, yeah, what's cracking? It'd be that one. Anyways, so yeah, that's prepping you too, so you can like avoid the butterfly feeling in your tummy when you're like, oh God, there's Leo. Uh-oh. You know, that sort of a thing. 2 of Cups. To go back in the other direction, that's the stuff here. All right, now, oh, Okay, hang tight, because here's what's going to happen. Pisces will tell you there are plans, okay? However, take it with a grain of salt because the plans will change, okay? Pisces technically does indeed have family plans. However, Pisces is not really interested in going to the family event. So you're actually, what Pisces is doing right now is figuring out an excuse or a reason to tell the family that, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't come to the family event. Pisces will spend the time with you. Pisces would rather be with you. Pisces wants to make the family with you. Pisces don't want the family Pisces have. All right. So that's a big part of this. 8 of Wands, High Priestess. You think it is, yep, going to be with the family. And then he actually, behind the scenes, he's figuring out how to get out of the family event. Okay. That's no problem. Maybe he'll just be like, I can't afford the gas. And then when you can totally afford the gas or something like that. But yeah, you will run into it. So that's just a big test for you on that part. King of Swords, it's a big thing with Pisces about just thinking before you speak. King of Swords. All right. He totally digs how you are. 2 of Cups, he does already feel this bond so much so that with the King of Swords, he's trying to figure out a way to get out of the family event. All right. That's what's going on behind the scenes. Leo is so jealous of you, but you don't need Leo. You have Pisces. You don't need Leo. Amazing what happens when you meet a soulmate. You just don't even think about the twin flame anymore. And then people wind up wanting their soulmates back. I know, it's cool. Okay, but you guys are good. It'll be awkward, but you're going to have fun with it. That's what I see happening. So you'll be fine. All right, Rohama, you're at 1630. What's up, girl? What are you doing? Anything the universe has to say because you're tired. Okay. Ooh. Moon card. Yeah, it's because you're not sleeping right. So hold on. I got some vibes for you. Temperance. It literally has some vibes for you on this one. It's because your sleep schedule is a little different than most. That's the reason for it. The hard time turning your mind off and feeling stuck because you're in a slightly different perspective. 7 of Pentacles, King of Wands, 3 of Wands. See, you're like an early riser. Up at 3 a.m., bedtime by 9. With the shadow work, this actually is part of your shadow work to it's like a prioritize and organize and block schedule your life in a way. Because you have so much downtime in the daytime that it gets to the point that it's throwing your sleep schedule off, or you sleep in, or you take naps during the day, or you get bored and crash out. And then at nighttime, you're alive, you're up, you're energized, right? Your brain's more active. Even to get into some creative writing or journaling, writing down those thoughts will help you process them and put them into the universe more so that you don't feel so into that perspective. And believe it or not, with the King of Wands, you see how King David's making notes in his journal as well? I am being told to put your life into a bit of a schedule. Bedtime's at 9. White star policy. All white star line ships. Lights out at, was it 9 or 11? It was 9. And then bedtimes were at 11. So to actually block out your schedule may help. This is when I do social media. This is when I take a break. This is when I have lunch, So that way you have something to do to fill your day so you don't get too sad, bored in your head. And then it throws your sleep schedule off, right? This is a big part of it with the 3 of Wands on the shadow card. About just adjusting the time to allow your mind to stay more closed in and focused. And when you write down the thoughts to process them, not only does it put it into the universe, but it gets them out of your mind, right? That's a big part. I also see you playing with your voice recorder. That'd be a good thing too. You could voice record instead of writing's boring. It takes a long time, right? But if you voice record it, you could do voice memos and just talk it out where you have a conversation with yourself and in a way that allows you to kind of be your own therapist to work through the issues, Understanding that it's I can get through this part. This is okay. Because that's what happens. It's almost like, how some people nervous eat? You don't nervous eat, but you nervous sleep. That's why you go through the day what you go through, right? It's a bit of your light cues and your sleep schedules. Maybe the room darkening curtains need to be opened up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., right? The light cues internally, the moon and the sun, it's thrown the timelines off for you. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. All right, 6 Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. I'm literally, the guardian angels are around there to help you through that part. And it could be a bit of change in that too, to allow the sleep to process. You might actually let's say right now you're in the energies that you're Archer, I have to have a fan on or the window open or a light on, or I sleep with the TV on or the phone on, something like that. And then God's pulling a little bit of a George Martin to the Beatles here about what if we try the intro first, And if you don't like it, we'll change it back. Where God is saying, what if you tried sleeping in pitch black? Just one night, just see what it did. If you don't like it, turn the lights on. Something like that. It's a little bit of experimentation on yourself to find that 6 of Pentacles part that allows you to balance your thoughts and emotions out to get you to the point where you can sleep good. Okay? That's even the sadness is being brought on from the tiredness because now your brain's tired. and, you know, 6 pentacles. And then you're physically tired, 10 of wands, carrying the burdens, you know? And so it's a bit of that it literally is, okay, I don't know how this resonates, but I'm being told a, a cup of warm milk and honey, all right? And setting a bedtime example will actually help you rest the brain and get the rest you need. A little bit of sleep will go a long way for you. Or just go to CVS and get Benadryl. But there was the more detailed answer too. All right. It'll just help you reset your energetical clock. Okay. It's just because of the transformations that you're going through and your body's getting used to a different type of an energetical cycle and it takes you out of your comfort zone. All right. I hope that helps. Even the death card was down there for the transformation. So it's a bit of that. It's like think about it as spiritually, you've been working nights and now you got the day shift because you got the promotion. So now you're on first shift instead of third shift at nights, right? But your body's still used to working nights. And so it's and it messes it up, right? It's a bit of retraining the brain. It takes the brain about 6 weeks to retrain, but then you get to that point that you're like, okay, now my sleep schedules are good. It's because you don't have much to do in the daytime. That's why you got a job coming in too. But that's a little side note that you actually do have something that reaches in and asks you for a job. All right. So I hope that helps. All right, Randy, let's see what we've got cooking for you, Randy. You are going to be at 21-27. All right, let's see. Her energy. She's still thinking about not going through with it. And is she still single? Okay, let's see what's up. The Fool card, the 9 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. She has chosen to stay single. Fool card, she's gone into a different direction. Her energy, is she the kind of woman that when she takes medicine, it would like, you know, I just told Rohama, like, maybe take a Benadryl, right? She would take a Benadryl and be wired like she down to like a 2-liter Mountain Dew. It seems like almost the other direction. She is still in a phase because of what did happen between the two of you guys, that she's still she's making you out to be the villain so much that my nose is going to sneeze and the nose knows. I feel it coming on. That's the wild part. Okay. Which means she's still running. She's still a runner. So she's at the point now with what went through with the divorce and the paperwork and everything that now she doesn't trust men at all. All men are bad. She's decided to stay single. It's too much frustrations. Also, it's because she knows you can do to her exactly what the first husband did. You got about 35 grand coming your way if you decide to get a lawyer and fight it. So because of that, you know, it's easier for her to stay stuck in this cycle, High Priestess energy, instead of admitting she was wrong. That's the problem. She still truthfully believes deep down that she's the victim and you're the villain. She will not choose peace because that means she has to address her faults and she is not ready to take responsibility for her faults yet. Now with the Knight of Wands, God is also just sitting on this where it's like, okay, no problem. Stay put. That's cool. Keep walking into the wall like a Sims character. I'll wait because God's like, I don't do time, right? God's like, my date of birth was 0, you know? So God's like, I got all the time in the world, you know? Meanwhile, Randy's going to meet some other people, you know, Inez, and you might run out of time to work on this, but that's your divine path. If you choose to be single, that's cool. This doesn't last through Pisces season by the time she coughs this out. No other men or anything. She is still at a point that she wishes to go through with it and stay single. All right. I, however, still see her slow walking that. Some kind of a delay, or she won't be available for a court date, or she won't show up. She might do something silly like skip town, right? She might do something silly like the date of it and didn't realize it, and she takes a vacation or something like that and goes, oh God, it's not, and just never even posts. That sort of a thing, right? That with this going into that Knight of Wands, though, whatever it is, it gets her to a stuck point that her life will, the karma payout on this one is her life will begin to derail until she makes the right choice. Should she go all the way through with it, her karma to you is that you will meet someone that is every single check mark in her jealousy book, and she has to watch you thrive. You know, it's that kind of a vibe. Letting this sit and be on this one, it's going to take her up until Pisces season before she really comes out of this thing. But she's still trying to control you by leaving it at a stop point. She's still trying to set you up. This is her way to continue this in the fact that now how much will you take before you go off on this again, right? The wild card, variable wild card, ultimate trump card, you win thing would be to simply sign this off and walk away from her, because then she loses the control to keep it in a pause moment because she chose not to work it out. However, by Pisces season, due to a change in her finances as part of the karma, that's when she'll finally hit the break point and reach out and need you. All right. Maybe her home or something, or apartment, something like that. Okay. But in this case, like, it's sad because the energy of this for the karma, like if it was a person, I would say something like, it'd be the energies of like somebody very close to them will pass away. Okay. Because they need that vulnerability to come your way. But in her case, it's like her clout passes away. Everything that makes her her, all her materialism was what passes away on this one. All right. In order to humble her and to realize it's not all about the things that you have. You know what I mean? It's a big part of that. The thing of how she is trying to control it, all right, and kind of like in her way, it's another thing that ticks Jesus off. It's the self-righteousness. Jesus could easily see past passive aggressive people back in his day when they were pretending to be something they weren't, you know, and that's what she's doing. That those who are more worried about washing the outside of the cup like she is, and then they forget to wash the inside of the cup. That sort of a thing. Internally, she's still going through more of an awakening into what she really is. Her moon sign is more active right now than her sun sign. That's a big part of this. But I do see her attempting to continue to slow walk this into Pisces season. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles, there is nobody else around. She is free will chosen. She's working through the levels of an ascension. Right now, the awakening she's gone through, she needs to stay single. Oh, this is me finding my way. I'm going to reinvent myself. Hyper independence sets in. It won't last. She's still in that vibe of like, I don't need you. I don't need anybody. I can cut anybody out and it doesn't faze me in any way, shape, or form. When behind the scenes, it's the feral cat freaking out, right? Because she doesn't know how to proceed, because she doesn't want this to happen, but she doesn't know how to backpedal her way out of it yet. And her stuckness leads her to reaching out and lashing out, okay? I still see, though, in the Knight of Wands, the World card, there is still something that happens because God sees how you're trying to be more positive about it. And if she continues to not reciprocate this, she will continue to meet resistance until she does, right? And I think we brought this up in her energy. That's how I know that she's still in that same boat where God's like, she can do whatever she wants. If she wishes to turn left right there, I might put a tack strip or a nail on there and give her a flat tire, but sure, go ahead and turn. Doesn't matter. Something still winds up bringing her back to you, all right? Just so you know, the reason it's taken so long, massive ego, and it's a lot to crush. And it's not so much of a physical crush, but it's an ego death. It's a very big ego, which needs a very big ego death, all right? She can be humbled out of this. It's just her ego is huge, okay? And that's a big first step. Then the crash out, then the pride goeth before the fall, then she reaches back out to you. Okay, so I hope that helps. All right, girl in love, what's up, darling? How you doing? Oh no, it's Brandon. Brandon. Oh, good. I got a friend named Brandon. I wonder if he watches these and is like, why do you do that every time? And I'd be like, because I know you. I got a Brandon too. He's a great buddy. Hey, we still going to the driving range 8 a.m. on Saturday? Oh yeah, man, I'll be there. 8:25. I'm sitting in the parking lot by myself. Golf clubs at the ready. Brandon. Anyhow, did I give you a timestamp? If I didn't, we'll figure it out later. Let's just call it 28 even. It'll work. Anyways, see, Brandon's frustrating me. Sorry, buddy. Anyways, will Brandon think of or miss me this Christmas? You got it. Let me find out. Will Brandon think of or miss for this Christmas? Or just go with 29 if you don't want to listen to my rambling about a friend of mine. Anyway, Judgment card. Give me details. 8 of Cups, the Hermit. Okay. Here's the thing. The holidays are what's going to cause him to reach out. And the fact that he's missing you, it tells me something about the holidays is his completion point, where he comes through the 5 stages of grief, where he wants you around with him. And the weird thing is, it does go through the people he's hanging out with, all right? Because he's keeping his circle small, but he's got a couple people. I don't know if it's just family or whatever. But here's the thing, is what he's going through, he actually has people asking about you, but speaking very highly of you. They're not reading him the right act. they're literally like talking you up. Like, man, whatever happened between you two? She was really good. Why don't you talk to her anymore? And you're sitting there going, he never told anybody about. No, everybody knew. Everybody knew. But here's the thing: is like God's actually putting some stuff in his ear with whoever he's hanging out with. All right. And that's the ones that's like, whatever happened between you two? You really should get your stuff together, Brandon. She was a good girl. That was a good catch, you know? So something about this works in a more positive mindset to make him come over that final stage on the Five of Swords and come out of the like, like the situational awareness and realizing that there's stuff going on. It's the end of his entitlement by realizing what the good stuff was in you. So no, not only do I think that he is going to think you, like God's making sure of it by having people around him talk good about you. That's what leads him to realizing he missed out on a good thing with the Eight of Cups. That I do believe it's what actually causes him to text you or message you or whatever. With like, I think it's, I mean, it's still just a hate text. I'd love to give you a really heartfelt thing, but it does open the door of communication. All right. Maybe next week I won't have to be like so much Brandon. Maybe it'll just be like Brandon. Maybe we're getting into like more of a disappointed energy as opposed to ticked off. Right. And I think that's some of his vibes too with the strength card, because that's the thing on it. It's more of disappointed himself for what he messed up because he hides the shame. Right. I think that's what Eight of Swords, he hides the shame. But with the Justice card, that's what gets him to reach out. He's going to get both his logic and his emotions under control instead of being so emotional all the time. You know, it's all right. Monica. Oh, what's up, girl? All right, let's see what we got for you. All right, should you invest in his course? Let's see, or should you save for now? All right, let me see what's up. Judgment card, the Hermit card, Eight of Cups, Five of Swords. What I'm being told on this here is this involves a little bit of an internal review. Okay. Now, on this thing, what I'm seeing here is that it actually is a good investment, but it's not, it's how much you're going to invest into it, right? Like, instead of it being like a course, think of it as like buying think of it as Vin comes to you with like a strip mall complex, right? And all the stores are empty. And he's like, somebody should get into this. I want to buy this and invest into it, right? Check the reviews on the course, just like you would ask him in that case. You'd be like, well, do you already have vendors? Do you already have, tenants to come in, companies to come in and fill these things? What's the whole plan? Because I'm being told that it's actually a really good course, and a little internal review on your side to be like, okay, what can I safely afford to invest without breaking the bank, without cutting my nose to spite my face? Because maybe at first you may be thinking of investing a lot that it sounds like a lot. And the reason you're feeling that way is because it might stretch your budget at the moment. I'm being told a little bit more moderation. It's almost like buying fractional shares of stocks. Don't buy one whole share of Amazon, buy in what you can afford. So I'm thinking with a slight review on this one is that you invest a little bit less than you're originally thinking in order to like do that 30% rule of thing. You take the income you got and divide into the savings versus the bills versus some for you to have a cushion. And then if you've got something left over out of that where you can break it into 4 parts or 3 parts with a little bit of a remainder left over, that becomes like a form of the play money or cut into the bit for your life. And then I see you making a slightly smaller initial investment, but it'll pay out more in a long-term thing where you can invest into it again later, if that makes sense. Okay. Kind of deep. Nine of Pentacles. It's like a slower, smaller fractional share investment because it is a good course and it's totally worth it. So if it was you and me like driving by a strip mall and being like, so that's the one, I'd maybe see what's up with that. And then I'd be like, I think that's a good deal. Maybe we can go in on it halvesies or something, right? And it would be like a way to like break the funding down in order so it doesn't like cut the nose by the face. It is a good investment. It's just a matter of proceeding with the caution so that you don't wind up like 6 of Pentacles out of money. All right. But it's a good investment. I think you should go for it. All right. Now, let's see here. Real quick. Make sure there's a way that you can like resell the course or get like a percentage out of the course. It'd be like a revenue sharing thing, right? Like I make sure anytime I use one of Caitlin's songs during like a live recording or something that it goes into revenue sharing so she gets a cut too, because that's her hard work that made those songs, So it'd be something like that. See what return do you get on the investment, thinking like from a professional, like the Emperor standpoint too. Be like, can I resell this? How much do I get off it? Do I get a cut of all your sales? All right. You guys are bartering. It's business, but it's cool. All right. Okay. Light Seer. Let's see what we got for you. I'm going to put you at 3448. An energy check for you and Levi. You got it. 10-4. King of Cups. Oh my gosh. Finishing this. You know how the King of Cups is the cup of self-love? He's doing it. He's turned the cup inward, looked onto himself. And it's like he's coming into a much more happier mindset about this. Two of Cups, the Star card, and the Emperor. Now, here's the thing that's going on, all right? Something's going to go down on Levi's side that he needs you, okay? Tower card. Told you. Overall energy is this Tower card. Something on their side of the fence, on Levi's side of the fence happens, and it's a little bit of a guidance to cause him to reach out because he needs you, all right? This is what's the lesson is, and it's not because it's not that optimist or it's not that pessimistic way of like, oh, his life's going to fall apart and he's going to come crawling back. No, we don't do that. We don't wish bad on anybody. In Levi's case, what it is that he realizes this is something that he needs you for in his life because it's the lesson in having him open up and not feel like he can tackle everything on his own. All right. He's going to respect your love in your heart more because you're going to be there for him. And he's going to be like, you were there for me when nobody else was there for me, right? This is something where like you and Levi could have had a drop down, horrific fight, really bad, not good, right? And then like, but X amount of time goes by and something happens where he calls and he's like, Lightseer Empress, I got nothing else. I got nothing else. I need you. Can you help me? And it's like, whoa. You do actually respect her taking time out of her life to make time for you. You know, that's good. That's that first step. And that it's what opens him up to start like respecting your heart. It'd be the vibes that if he moved away, he'd need your help to get him back home. Something like that, you know? And I'm being told you'd be there in a heartbeat for him. The bond of David and Jonathan with the Two of Cups, you'd be like, no problem. I got you. I'll get the airplane ticket. Something like that, right? It's something that'll humble him just enough to respect you and come into that vibes where he's like a confident guy. I think we brought this up the other day, where he's the confident guy, but he wears the pants in relationships, but he's totally cool with you picking them out for him. You know, that sort of a thing. Behind every good man's a good woman type thing. All right. Let's see. Cool. All right. Oh, what's up, Tess? Hi, hun. Spinny hugs. What you doing, girl? Let's see. Okay, 3727. I just saw it. I wanted to give you that timestamp. Okay. Ooh, the nose. What do you know, Tess? Energy check for 2026. What's good? What's good for Tess? What's good for Tess? Boom. Shut the front door. They come back. They come back. Oh my gosh. Give me more. I literally got it in like block letters. I didn't even get a long-winded message. I got they come back. King of Pentacles. They matured. They grew up. They hit their age point. They hit the Saturn return and they finished through it. Like a midlife crisis type of a vibe. They got to the end of that. Nose is itching. Ace of Cups. Here's the fresh start. He wants you back. He already does want you back. His pride's getting in the way at the moment because he's matured himself, but he's at a stage of being like, I don't know if I can re-entertain this. I'm not sure what to do. I put Tess through a lot. Like, I think he kind of, a little bit of him, as he's matured on this King of Pentacles, he's realized what he did to you. And that's why he's sitting there and goes, man, I wouldn't forgive myself for this. There's a lot that went down. I don't know. But that's what leads him to the nose. I'm telling you what, Ace of Cups, New Year's. I have a feeling you get a New Year's text from him. It may involve a little liquid encouragement, possibly. You know him better than me. Just because I don't drink doesn't mean he can't, but he might. And you know, maybe he's not a heavy duty drinker, but maybe he's the one that like he goes somewhere for New Year's Eve and somebody's like, here, you got to have some champagne to, drop balls dropping, right? And he's like, oh, I don't normally do that very much, but okay. And then like half a drink later, and he's like, here's the meaning of life. It's New Year's. Hold on a second. I gotta let Tess know. And then the next morning he's like, oh my God, look what I did. That sort of a thing. Something about him getting some confidence during a New Year's Eve event. And if it's not liquid courage, if he abstains or something, if it's not liquid courage, he just starts feeling some type of way as it drops, where he gets enough confidence to reach out. I really, really feel strong that you're nearing the energy. I see it in repeating ones and repeating fours. Because if so, that's where you're coming to. It's like he's already processing how to respond to you about something. Were you the last person to message whenever that was? Because I'm being told it's like, yeah, let Tess know when she sent that last whatever it was, whenever it was, that message is still technically like a pending message, and that he's going to use that. He's going to reply to it and just going to be like, oh, sorry, I fell asleep as soon as I got home, like ages ago, right? Like, yeah, you closed the door and then collapsed right in the entryway. Yeah, right. But it's something where it's like, whatever you sent last, it picks up at that point. All right. You're nearing the end of a separation cycle. I think you already kind of knew it, but you thought it might be too good to be true. Or you took an initiative, right? And at the moment, not responding, right? Like, oh, no, better not. Something up with the family or something on his side of the fence. It's going down. That's where it's going. All right. That leads into divine. Like he sits down, he gets this brief moment in the sanity that is the holidays or something like that. And that's what caused him to be like, I'm sending her a message. I'm going for it. I'm telling you what. You're like, no, he'd never do that. He'd transform. So this earth vibrational shift, he's experienced it. He got reprogrammed. St. Peter came down, unplugged him, and plugged him back in. It was like, oh, wow, yeah, he was lagging. He was glitching. That's what's taking so long, right? Too many tabs open in his brain. So St. Peter's like, I got this. We'll cold boot him. Queen of Cups. And look, he booted back up into Real Love 2.0 version, Windows 98. What? Windows 98 matter? Anyways, reboot. Now he's coming in as a Real Love. I love it. Next up is Fancy Nancy. What up, darling? How you doing? All right, quality time with Mattoon today or until December 29th. Let's see what we got. The Two of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Sun card. Okay, today's the Two of Wands. He wants to, but too many things are in the way right now. He's got to choose something over you. Maybe too much stuff going on last minute. Maybe he got called into work or something stupid like that. Some reason he's like, I gotta choose. I think it's a little bit of picking his battles. Like there's no way out of this thing. All right. I do see you guys talking tomorrow. So I think he may somehow figure out a way to like say happy Christmas or something. He checks on you tomorrow. There'll be communication. Now, the best opportunity for some reason is the day after Christmas. Maybe he's off on Friday because I'm being told that's the Sun card. And he probably has to work Saturday. So that means the 29th, he's going to be busy. Your best opportunity is going to be the day after Christmas. So let's see give me a percentage on the day after Christmas. The Hermit card and the Judgment card. Okay, it'll be later in the day. And I've got, actually, I want to say a 90% chance because I've got the Judgment card on the Hermit card. All right. He will figure out a way to make time for you the day after Christmas or somehow. It's all a basic truth of the human condition that everybody lies, right? The only variable is what do they lie about? You know, I never ask people why they lie, right? I just assume everybody does because truth begins in lies. I found that when you really want to know the truth about somebody, it's probably like they're the last person you should ask. So the thing on this is he's gonna tell a lie that he's got to work. He's going to tell his people in his circle that he's got to work Friday and Saturday in order to make time with you in the afternoon. So you do see him on Friday. You got a 90% chance of it happening on Friday. All right. Not just quality time. It's a lot of talking. It's a more intimate time, but it's an intimate, vulnerable conversation. You guys are going to have one of those, the talks, but not a bad talk. It's actually a good one to get some intentions and things figured out between the two of you guys. And that'll change the perspective going forward for you. Okay. All right. Hope that helps. Let's see. Yuki. All right. Let's see what we got for Yukahana. You're going to be at 43.46. All right. No updates on Intel yet. Okay. Gotcha. How long from interview to offer to start? Okay. And then how easy to quit during Kelly part-time job probation? Okay. Let's see what we got. 8 of Wands. So this means that the intel is still it's in process. It's in motion. King of Wands. They're doing some reviewings right now on you. Okay. So Death card, shadow work, King of Swords, Queen of Cups. I don't know why, but I can really give kind of a specific date is that by January 22nd, somewhere between January 17th and January 22nd, you'll have your job offer from IntelliHealth. Okay. It's in motion. I don't know what this is. Maybe they're just backed up from paperwork right now with the holidays. Too many people phoning off or something, and everybody that's currently employed is covering everybody else's jobs too. and then you got half of the people in telehealth. Straight up, they're not really invested. They already phoned it in because it's the holidays. Straight up, that's why I'm thinking like you hear from them after the holiday, and then you start onboarding by like the end of January. Let's put it that way: is that you get it in beginning of the year, like they get back from New Year's break, and then they finally reach out and set this up, and then be like, okay, can you start onboarding on the 17th, or can you do an interview on January 8th? Second interviews on the 11th, or that. Then they finally get their head together, and then by like somewhere around 17th, 22nd, you finally can start. You know what I mean? Now, I'm actually being told it'll be very easy, okay, to quit. All right. Here, King of Swords, which is voted most likely to get divorced in the Tarot High School Yearbook. So when it's applied to the work situation or a work reading, it tells me that you will go in, you will tell them the truth, you know, and they'll just look at you and go, don't worry about the notice or anything. You can go. It's almost as if they're used to it, like a revolving door thing. So you go in trying to be polite with a 2 weeks notice. They don't go off on you, make you feel bad. They're just like, don't worry about it. You can go. They think they're hurting you. Like, there you go. You got nothing now, right? But in reality, you've already got the other job lined up. So you're fine too. Right? They think they have the upper hand. Let them, because it lets you walk out the door. All right. 8 of Cups. You're going to like the other job so much better. All right. Let's see. Next up is Rowdy. Rowdy, that's what I'm wondering. Where is it? Where's my address? You sent me an address. You emailed me an address. I need an address. I was literally just telling Mama T and Melissa about that when we were working on boxing some up yesterday. And I'm like, where's Rowdy's address? What the heck? Where's your address? Send me your address. All right, let's see what we got going on. Where is Santa? He is so, yeah, Rowdy, you and Pisces girl. You guys have not checked in yet with addresses. I got Christmas presents for you people. Come on, reverse Uno. Okay, let's dig in. Oh, you were probably at about 46 even on the timestamp. I was digging you. All right, let's see. Now, what I'm seeing on this here, Santa currently, according to Right Girl, all right, this isn't part of your reading. Santa, according to Right Girl, took off from China a little bit ago. Hold on, let me look it up. Is Right Girl here? Hold on, I'll go over to the chat. We'll get a current energy check on Santa. Let's see what, actually, we should do that, Rowdy. Hold on. This is part of your super chat. It's also a reading for Santa. That's kind of cool. All right. So I know Right Girl was saying that he took off out of China about 3 hours ago, and following the trajectory of the course, calibrating for Rudolph's nose, I'm going to bet he's over the Pacific right now. So he's probably kind of heading, I'm thinking he probably does head your way, right? Because it's like, what is it now? No, it's still early. It's like, what, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening there yet? He ain't in your neck of the woods yet. But hold on. This is your reading. And then we'll do Santa's reading. All right. So I was just wondering. But yeah, I'm going to suspect he's currently somewhere over the. All right. Let's see. He's probably over Garbage Island. The Lovers, and he ain't digging it. He's over. Okay, Lovers. That's the S card. He's over Garbage Island right now in the Pacific. Okay. Now, meanwhile, back at your reading, let me see here. Did you bring on the Cappy Love in the lotto? Perfect. Okay, let's see what we got for you. Cappy Love, we have the Knight of Swords to the 3 of Wands, which means God is putting signs in her path to let your Capricorn know you're the one. She's finally gotten out of the independent stage, because all the stuff on TV and that right now is about family and gathering for the holidays and drinking eggnog and eating cookies till you puke and all that stuff, right? Going up in pant size, all that. So the thing is, like, if she's going to go up a pant size with anybody, she wants it to be with you. God's putting the signs in there whenever she's like sitting on her side being like, I'm ready for my soulmate. I think I'm ready for this. I'm ready for it. And then God like pops your name in front of her, your type of car in front of her, stuff like that. So this is what will lead her to the holiday reach out for you to get going. 3 of Wands. Okay. 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. You guys do wind up living together too, by the way. It could be an event that like she might wind up staying with you. Is what I'm saying. Like maybe her lease on her apartment ends or something and she moves in with you because you're like the most mature person she can think of off her head, right? She's dealt with so many immature men that's what her transformation has been. She wants somebody that's mature, adult, grown up. That's why she keeps thinking about you. All right. You're going to get one of those, hey, happy holidays. How have you been? Just, behind that, there's a lot more. All right. She's interested and has feelings. But now, okay, what's up with the lotto? Give me some lotto vibes. You know I don't do numbers. Although I'm being told to do numbers. Apparently, I do numbers now. Okay. I can give you a pick 4. 9, 8, 3, 9. These are your winning pick 4 numbers for tonight. You might bust out with about 100K. 2 of Wands, the Justice card. You will also want to grab 2 of the computer-picked easy picks, okay? Also, you're going to want to get, here's another thing. That's a number, all right? All right, so is she December cap or January cap? I can't remember. But whatever that is, like if it's like, let's say she's like January 12th, 112. That's a 3-digit, something like that. If she's like in December, then you got to use, like, let's say she's December 25th, just for the heck of it, right? Then you're going to put a 0 in the middle, 12025. Okay, all right. It's not. It's like, remember, it's a computer, it's a machine. But I'm being told that's the numbers to play for you to hit the most biggest potential positive possibility. High Priestess, that's all I got. The Devil card, yep, any more than that, it becomes an addiction. And Page of Wands, it's not an addiction. You're fine. You just enjoy yourself, okay? If I give you any more into it, you could become an addiction, and I'm not going to contribute. So God's like, High Priestess, hush your mouth, Archer. Trust me, if I could give you the exact actual numbers, there would be signs. I'd already have my Knight Rider car. I'd have a really bigger studio. I would have like an airplane, like John Travolta. So trust me, if I could pick them, I would tell them, I'd share it with you. I'd split it with you. I'd be like, Rowdy, pick these numbers, you know, that sort of thing. Also, on a side note though, Rowdy, do they do lotto squares or lotto stuff at work? I'm being told they do, or if not, you need to start it. You know, where you go into work and you're like, hey guys, everybody want to throw $10 in for the lotto, and I'll go down the street to the lotto store and get the printouts for everybody. You know, let's turn this into a Ponzi scheme. And right, people do football squares, right, or baby pools. You know, start a lotto pool at work. You can divide it up among 7 people. It's a couple $100 million, right? You guys can work it out. Take the cash option. I'm being told you're being guided in order to help your odds to start the lotto pool at work. Everybody throwing $10. I'll go pick up the tickets, and then you know what numbers to bet, what numbers to play, right? Knight of Cups. You should make the offer. You just suggest it. They'll like it at work. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. They'll be like, this is fun. This is a good idea, Rowdy. 10 of Pentacles, and then you get your 10 of Pentacles. Let's just say 10 mil. Just 10 mil a piece. You'd be cool with 10 mil, right? You could invest that and bank on it and live off the interest, right? It's totally doable. All right, Manisha. Hi, Manisha Toronto. What's up? All right, let's put you at 5244. Hold it, Manisha. I have to do Santa Claus's reading. I forgot. Santa Claus is at 5255. Oh, Santa Claus is okay. Santa Claus seen repeating, or the 5th deer is giving him a problem. Let's see. You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. Comet. Oh, Comet's acting up. The 5th horse. It's like he's got the screen. It's like engine fail. And he's like, get it together up there. The shadow card. Get it to. I actually just gave the reading. His fifth deer is having an engine failure. Page of Wands. He'll be okay with the Chariot and the 8 of Wands. He is actually doing just fine. That's why he has 8 reindeer. He don't need that many. It's like the reindeer work like a train with like a dummy engine, right? You have the main locomotive, then the dummy locomotive, and you know, sometimes they got multiple locomotives to share in the horsepower. That's the thing. His sleigh don't need 8 reindeer. It's about a 5 reindeer sleigh. He's got 3 for backup that just kind of go along for the ride. So he can disconnect Comet and like maybe hook Donner up, you know, and he'll be able to counteract. So he's actually right now, he's adjusting and he's smooth sailing over the Pacific Ocean. Chariot to the 8 of Wands. All right. So he'll be coming in shortly. All right. Now Manisha. Okay, Manisha, I'm not trying to pick on Comet. He's a cool reindeer too. All right, but he did pick on Rudolph at first. He was part of that group, you know. So anyways, plus Comet's getting older. He's getting up there. He's been in that game for a minute, you know. He's probably gets tired when it's like, hey, it's December 24th, it's midnight, let's go out and get to work. And he's like, I'm old, you know. So I'm not picking on Comet. He's cool. Okay, Manisha. You're at 5430. General love for Manisha. I got you, girl. Ooh. The 9 of Swords. Okay. The dating pool needs to be shocked and treated. 6 of Cups. Don't shoot the messenger on this, Venetia, but you haven't found new love because the one that you really wanted things to work out with, 6 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, has actually been doing the work and is getting ready to reach back out. This could go back for a while. But the reason you haven't been able to find anything and that the new dating pool is like 9 of Swords is because you have the one that you really... Here's the thing God is saying, Venetia. God's telling me to tell you, he's like, we've seen, we know that you really didn't want to move on from this person, but it was too much, right? So you've really tried to go forward. The reason it hasn't worked out is because this person actually is completely changing, all right? Repeating 6s will give you some confirmation that moving forward wasn't supposed to work out because you really wanted this person. You really wanted them to change and come in correct for you. They actually really have. And that's why going forward hasn't worked. Why can't I, like, what is going on? It's because this person actually is finishing up and working things out. They've grown up. All right. They actually have turned into what you want them to be. They're getting ready to reach out for you. You're on like the holiday texting list. If you guys live together, you're actually on that list of the energies I pull in the collective readings where he just comes by and pays you a visit. And you guys actually get to make peace. Abigail the Peacemaker comes out. So you guys are going to take things to another level. You guys are going to start communicating. I just got the tone. I got the tone. So I got to say what I'm going to say. You guys start communicating around New Year's, and by Pisces season, you guys are back on track and taking things back to another level where it was supposed to go in the first place. All right. It's in your blueprint. The Lovers and the Empress. Stop thinking that. You guys actually have children together. You guys will have children together. He's your rib. He's your rib. Okay. Jersey girl. What up, Jersey girl? How does Derek see me? Would he move to Florida if I go? Oh, okay. Let's see what's up. I got you, Jersey girl. Let's see. How would Derek see her? Would he move to Florida if I go? The Knight of Cups. Yep. Oh my God. He loves you. 1, loves you more than you realize. 2, knows how much he messed everything up. 7 of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. Oh my word. Yes. What I'm seeing on this is wherever you go, he would follow along. He's telling me, Archer, I don't have any 7 of Wands. I got nothing. There's nothing keeping me bound to my spot. Ace of Swords. It's almost like it's why you're being guided to make the move. Because you're a little nervous of like, well, whoa, if we're this far apart, there's no chances I'm leaving him behind and going to Florida. Oh my gosh, no. What this is the more he thinks and finds out about it, he absolutely, there's 2 options and variables this goes. Yeah. He would move with you to Florida. He would follow you down to Florida, no problem. He doesn't even like where he lives anymore. He's burnt out on it anyways. The fact that he hates his own like personal life and everything and his living situation is what led to the stuff between you guys in the first place, the bad stuff, right? So literally, it's almost like why you're being guided to leave, because it's like you both want out of that area anyways. You're just more brave enough, willing to take the risk. He's like kind of staying stuck. So God's like, okay, God's going to dangle the proverbial carrot. Maybe deep down, Derek's always wanted to move to Florida. You know what I mean? Something like that. But what I'm seeing on this one is absolutely, it's his conversion that the 2 ways this could go is he is more than willing that he will wind up coming down there to help get you back home. If you go to Florida and you're like, hurricanes, no thanks, right? There's parts of like the eastern seaboard, like North Carolina, that are still like cleaning up from Hurricane Helene. Still suffering through that, right? Tampa had the stuff from Milton that went through and things like that, right? So you guys don't wind up staying in Florida. You guys move somewhere else together. You guys move to where you really want to. So like he comes to you first in Florida, but then you guys actually move to the location you both really wanted to move to in the first place, right? You're only going to Florida because you don't know where else to go, right? Or you have to go. That's sort of a vibe. This man literally, I forget who wrote the song. Jersey Girl, but remember that I'll follow you into the dark? He will literally follow you to the ends of the earth. It's written in your guys' blueprint. King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Believe it or not, making these changes are what leads to the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So he comes with you. Believe it or not, he's willing to stay stuck. Just be like, well, it is what it is. I'll just stay here. He's one of them ones that would just sit on the couch waiting for their soulmate to arrive. Be like, I will be right here and I'm going to wait for my soulmate to crash through my front window. And God's like, it does not work that way. God is an employer-employee contribution program. You don't contribute anything, 0 times 7 is nothing. But if you actually do some work and contribute, then God reciprocates back sevenfold. In this case, he takes the action because in reality, there's a little bit of him that didn't ever think you would go that far or leave. But it's because you guys both want to. And then with the 2 of Cups, you guys work things back out, come together, Devil card, Strength card, and then you go from Florida to where you guys actually both really want to go. Because you go to Florida, he follows, right? And then you guys hate it there, hurricanes, whatever, right? And then you guys both pick somewhere else to go after that. So yes, this is all actually part of the plan. It's happening exactly as it's supposed to. All right. Okay. And if for any reason it's not or something changes, God will cancel the Florida trip for you. Like, let's say you're going there for work, all of a sudden the job dries up. You got to stay put. All right. So just so you know, you can't make a wrong choice. God will always protect you from that part. We all have free will, but he only gives us enough rope to go so far. Okay. So if it continues, you're in the clear and he will follow. Derek's going through some stuff with his hyper independence where he's like, I'm fine on my own. I don't need nobody because I can't. The thing on this is it's because he feels like you never would go anywhere and he thinks he can get away with that. The minute you do go somewhere, that's where the rug gets ripped out from under him. And he's like, no, wait, what? No, I can't. She's all the way in Florida. I can't. What do I do? What? This man hates his life anyways. You're motivating him to unstick himself too. He would follow you to the ends of the earth. He wouldn't care. That's the real him deep down. All right. Okay, Paris. Let me see what's up with you and Damien, right? Let me see what's up with you and Damien. Did I timestamp you, Jersey girl? I'm sorry. I think it was like right around the 1 hour mark. Wasn't it 59 or 1 hour? Or maybe I did. Maybe I'm fine. Anyways, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry if I didn't. All right, Paris, you're going to be at 101. I want to give you 101.44. So I want to give you a Frankie timestamp. So how you doing? All right, now let's see what we got. All right, Paris. All right, will Damien pay up? Will Damien pay up or will he go to jail? What's going to happen for Damien? How's the court thing going to go? 5 of Cups, the Magician, 2 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles. Did he move or is he in hiding? What is up with this? Hang on. I got to come over to the text screen. I hope you're still here, Paris. Hold on a sec. I hope you're still here, Paris. Because this is weird. Because what I'm feeling on this is that he moved or he's like trying to lay low or hide out. What I'm seeing that happens on this thing, Paris. Did she? Okay, thanks, Tia Bia. Okay, that's okay. You have a timestamp. Hi, it's okay, no problem. I'm a tarot reader. I can channel you. You don't have to be here. The thing on this is, I really wanted to ask because like what I'm feeling is that like he gets found out by doing something stupid. All right. This is like he moves, he goes into hiding or thinks that he can leave this behind him. And yet it finds him. And here's the thing. I guarantee you this guy's got to be driving a car. Maybe not. No, you said guarantee, Archers. Trust yourself. See, even I'm still learning lessons. Anyways, what I'm seeing on this is that he gets pulled over for driving while texting. But I thought his windows might be tinted where like, well, a cop wouldn't see him with the phone in his hand. But God's like, I trust your intuition, Archer. I gave you the message for a reason. So yeah, he thinks that he's fine. He's not that far away. Actually, that's the thing too. Okay. Wherever, that doesn't even matter. He could run to a whole nother state. It'll find him, That's about this is that I see him getting pulled over for something kind of stupid, right? Like I see this guy does not understand the no texting and driving law is a big part of this. I literally see him being like, listen to J. Cole work out or something. And like, see Hermit card, he thinks he's just fine. He gets pulled over because he's got like that, you know what I mean? And they bust him for that, then find out he's got something else going on with you that he's been hiding out from, and he winds up getting brought back. So I do see, regardless of wherever he goes, is that they do actually find him and bring him back. And it's because he lets something slip and does something stupid, right? Or he goes somewhere where it's like where he moves or goes somewhere where it's where somebody can where a family member can get you locked up or committed for something. Something gets him found out. I don't know. I really feel it's just like the goober drives and texts, right? And nowadays with the laws, he might just be changing Spotify on his phone, but if the phone's in your hand, the cop can pull you over, right? That's the thing. As a result of something stupid, his entire thing unravels and you wind up where it works out for you. Okay. Trust at the moment. You don't need to know where he's at. That is part of your protection while he pays off this karmic debt. And for him, he should sit his cell phone down while he drives. Everybody's got CarPlay, right? Well, pretty much. You know what I mean? You can even put it in older cars, right? Piece of cake. But that's the thing. All right. Just so you know, this came up earlier too. I forget who it was for, but I don't remember. Remember, something about what I'm hearing on it. Yeah, Jesus gets ticked off when people mistreat children. That causes Jesus to tip table in a temple from time to time. Any form of child neglect. Jesus has a special place in his heart for the children. The Six of Cups is Jesus with the children. And if this gentleman is not owning up to taking care of the responsibility that he had no problem creating, that ticks Jesus off. Okay? Don't mess with kids. That's bad stuff. Yeah. Two of Wands into the Five of Pentacles. He makes a wrong decision that gets the door closed on him, just so you know. And things work out for you in the long run. Okay? You don't need to know where he's at. Don't entertain the options because it's breeding negativity into you. God is saying, please trust in him. God sees and hears everything going on where he's at right now. He will pay off this karmic debt. And it does work out in your favor. You're in the right energy in the place of good. Don't let him trigger you when he tries to. He will try to trigger you. Don't let him do it. Okay? That's your big test. All right? He's going to try to do something to set you up so that he makes you out to look like you were the problem. You maintaining your balance and composure through it and just understand that God will take care of this is going to work out so well in your favor. Okay? Totally. All right. Who's next? Thanks you too, Paris. Spinny hugs. Okay. There's Destiny. Hey, Destiny. What up? What up? All right. Will you get a job offer soon? Let's find out. Let's find out, Destiny. Will you get a job soon? Will you get a job soon? 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 4 of Cups to the Empress. Okay, straight up. Yes. However, keep looking. I'm being told you have not applied for the winning job yet. That's kind of why 8 of Swords into this 4 of Cups. God hasn't granted you these jobs because you're settling. And you're like, well, I don't care. I need the money right now. I'll settle for a little bit. God's like, no, there's this one thing you really want that's going to pop up as an incoming application. Within the next 4 days, the dream job application will pop up, and however you're searching for it, that's the one you apply for and get. You will start in January. All right. I'm just curious. I'm going to see what's up in your love department. I'm just curious. I just want to know. Judgment card, 6 of Swords. I'll be darned. Nice. I don't know what your ex did to him, but he did, whatever he did would be something that, like, I don't know, but I think something caught your man to fight with your ex. Straight up. I think it might have just been a word fight, like he outsmarted him, which bullies are easy to outsmart because they're stupid. If you can't outbully them, just outsmart them. That's easy. You know, somebody's bullying you, just present them with a math problem, right? You know, it's like why all my passwords on everything start with an equal sign, because if somebody hacks a computer system and they get a, you know, your buddies over in India, they get a whole list of passwords and stuff. If they look through, it comes in as like a list in a spreadsheet. Those people, those hackers, the computer software they use, if it sees an equal sign as the first thing, it assumes it's a spreadsheet formula and it deletes it. They'll never see your password because the software they use to hack it thinks that's some kind of coding or a program or a formula. It's a protection. Same thing on this one. He outsmarts them. All right. So something comes in where he tries to bully him and he puts him in check. And the confidence causes them to reach out to you because they fight over you. At some point, they have to interact where your ex calls you a name that even George Carlin would be upset about. And your boy puts your ex in check, which is his awakening to be like, oh my God, I'm in love with her. And then he comes your way, just so you know. So there's a little bit of both things going on behind the scenes for you. That's what's been like, that I'm being told to tell you that's what's been going on since we last talked. That is what's like working and manifesting. Okay. All right. Shells, what up, darling? All right. Energy check for you and A at 109.25. What's up between you and A, Shelly? I got you, girl. Let's see what we got. Oh, stop. 8 of Cups. He's ascending In the 10 of Wands, he's getting over the stuff that was holding you guys back. Whatever he's up to right now, he's paying off the karmic debt to come your way, and he knows he messed this up. He's like, I want her now. I'm ready. Okay? So he's facing a little bit of his past that he's going to beat. Whoa. What's he going through? It's a Tower card that just popped half of the deck all over the table. The Hierophant, hold on, the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups. He's looking at love from a new perspective. By Aquarius season, you guys are a couple. This came out in one of the readings. I must have pulled your energy during one of the readings, because what it's telling me is that he is getting deeper down the esoteric well, where he acknowledges the fact that you two are soulmates. By Aquarius season, he takes this to the next level as a result of this Tower card awakening. He's having a good Tower moment in the fact that whatever was stopping him, he's walking away from it in the 8 of Cups so that he's ready for you. It's a good Tower with the 3 of Wands, and you know what it is? There's not a magical thing on this. This Tower card is a mental reboot where he's ready to be in something real. And he wants it to be with you. Fool card. He wants it to be with you. 4 of Pentacles tells me the repeating fours and that this happened. But it's on a lockdown by Aquarius season. All right. Totally by Aquarius season. You guys are in the 8 of Wands right direction. All right. You're doing very well in the direction. Maintain your speed and heading, because the next step will be where he asks you about going to the next step. All right. And I really think the more you're seeing the repeating fours, lets you know this goes down the next 4 days. And then by Aquarius season, you guys are on like a good lockdown. 5 of Cups, 2 of Wands. You know what? That's the thing. King of Pentacles. He grew up. It's just a point where he doesn't want to be young, fun, crazy anymore. He's like, he wants to be like, oh, you manifested this out of him where you're like, I just want him to like hang out with me and watch movies and TVs at home and stuff. We don't have to go out to the clubs every night. I don't got to put on the dress every night. Sometimes I like sleepy clothes. You're humbling him behind the scenes so that he's ready to be a real husband. King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Page of Cups. The next message you get from him is going to blow your mind. I love this. It's a very right. I think the age difference might have been one of the biggest factors that's getting this thing to motivate itself forward, but it's cool. All right. Angie, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. You are beyond generous. Oh my gosh, Angie, spinny hugs. Thank you. This Cards and Coffee is totally sponsored by Angie. Better than Craigslist? It's Angie's. Oh, Angie's List. That's actually a thing. I love it. You're marketable, Angie. Thank you, honey. Merry Christmas. All right. I'm still giving you a card about your person. All right. If you're back here, think about your person. The Chariot, they're already in your direction. Just, you know, they will overcome this in return. Okay. They already want you back too. The Sun card, you're going to be happy. Oh, they're going to respond. They're going to reply. A little bit of the pride right now. At first, it's like, no, I don't want to respond. I don't want to reply. Kind of really want to reply. I really kind of do really like Angie. No, I'm mad at Angie. I'm not talking to, I can't be mad at Angie. Oh gosh, why is Angie such a sweetheart? And then he reaches out. Okay. Aisha, what's up, Aisha? What are you doing? What you need to know? I'm gonna find out for you. Oh, thanks for the super sticker, little baker. That's cool. I'm still gonna pull you a card too. Think about your person. All right, Aisha. Oh, I forgot all the timestamps. I'm sorry. Man, I suck at that. Okay. Aisha, you're at 1:13:17. What do I need to know? Sorry, Melissa. The Chariot, the 9 of Swords. Nobody mods like Melissa. Let's see. This Chariot, the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Wands. Oh, what you need to know right now is they regret walking away. What happened, Aisha? The 2 of Wands, they regret the choice of walking away and distancing themselves from you. They would have been in better shape if they'd stayed put and worked things out. The karma coming in is, man, a lot of the people that have moved, that have been distancing, either physical distance or emotional distance, a lot of those people are realizing they made the wrong choice. It's their awakening to realize they had a good thing going when they had it. They shouldn't have messed it up. Your person is like leading the pack on this. 7 of Pentacles reversed. They don't want to feel like a failure because they've awoke. Yeah, it's a more mature mindset. What you need to know is he's getting his act together. King of Swords into the Knight of Swords on the 9 of Cups. God heard your prayers and they're being answered. Okay. He was a bit of a tough cookie to crack, but he's cracking. He already wants to come back. He already wants to come back. Just so you know, Aisha, if you initiated first contact, he'd respond. Okay, and Lil Baker at 114.38. Sun card, the Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh, and the High Priestess. Little Baker, they're already trying to come back. Oh shoot. Okay, I see what it is. Okay, here's what it is. They've already sent you a message, but you know what? He forgot he has you on block. He's pretty trigger happy on that block finger, right? Right? Like one wrong thing goes wrong. He's like, I don't need you, block. I'm out. That's it. It's like, whoa, that's not a mature way to handle things. Let's reassess this. Hold on. You know, that's what I see going on this side. Okay, he's realizing he does want another shot at this. All right, he's gonna respond. He forgot High Priestess. He forgot, and you got the new number too. Well, here's the wow. He's double cooked because he forgot that he has you blocked. He's sending you text messages and they're going to nowhere land because he's texting a number he blocked. That's how trigger happy he is on the block number. Now he's like, why isn't she responding to me? She must have. Well, you guys are tuned in because he said she must have changed her number or something. And it's like, no, unblock the phone. Well, you did actually, but unblock. Oh, you still have the other. Wait. Do you still have the old number, or is the new number just a burner number? Why am I being told that if he reached out the old number, it would work? Tower card. That's the Two of Swords, the Queen of Cups. I kind of feel that, though. Oh, my gosh. Queen of Cups, Two of Swords. How does he still have a way to contact you? The phone number is not the issue, right? Because it's, I don't know, DMs, email or something? Because there's something going down that he still has a way to reach out and contact you. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, see, I'm not pulling that one. It's that. That's the thing. I'm pulling that there's a way that you can still see the message. Somehow you've still got access to that account or something. I don't know. But the thing on this is, it's not that. All right. He doesn't think you're done with him. He doesn't know what to think. That's the big part on this one. Okay. Okay. Because there's some way that he does figure out a way to contact you. That's the thing. It's not that his ego's not that far gone yet, because you have to humble him the rest of the way. This is a lesson built for two. It's a group project. Where's the Leo energy at? Because that came out in Leo's reading, I remember. But that's what it is. So he's still in just enough of an ego that he is like sitting there, like he doesn't think you're going to leave him. It's the opposite of that, you know? Oh, that could make a little bit of sense into it then. Okay, thank you. See, I knew I needed to talk to you on this one because this was interesting. But that's the thing, is he knows there's still a way to reach out to you when he hits this snap point. Okay? The Nine of Swords. He's nearing it in the next week or so, 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days, he brings this up, and that's the direction it goes. So it's not that he thinks you've moved on. He's still got enough of an ego to be like, whatever. I know she'll be back. Whatever. I'm still too cool. She wants me. She totally wants me. Yeah, we really hate each other. That sort of a thing, right? But I think it's through talking to Mitch at work. That must be the one that like he's totally like, that's when he can go, maybe she really is done with me. That sort of a thing. That one little bit of less of an ego death. So you'll hear it through the grapevine. That's how you can check on it. If you want, dude, if you asked one, they'd let you know what was up the other one. Because I think that's the one that brings you guys back together. You guys got someone that's helping you. Okay. That makes sense. That's it. So that's your go-to. You got a middleman that's a good third party. That's the one that's like helping him see. So he's the one that like knows Bruce's track record, right? That's like, Bruce, come on, man. What'd you do? No, man. I really am kind of missing it. Yeah, it would, like he's that one buddy that would put him in check in a heartbeat. Okay. So somehow Mitch is the one that works things out for you. All right. Mitch is actually on your side, but he's like a cool buddy or a cool soulmate, right? That's kind of cool. Mitch likes you better and knows Bruce's track record. That makes sense. Okay. No wonder. Here's the weird part. Like, so what? You and Mitch just knew you guys were better as friends or soulmates or something, right? You know what I mean? That might be. Because you and Mitch, like, Mitch is the one secretly working things out for the two of you guys. He's using his manipulation powers in the best possible way. Yeah, death card. Scorpio. Scorpio energy. He is. Where's the Scorpio at in Mitch's chart? Fill me in on that, Baker. Because here's the thing about it, is secretly he is mind Ace of Wandsing Bruce in order to make it. He could, okay, you know how Mitch is, right? Mitch could be sneaky enough to be like, oh, I don't talk to her no more. We're exes. I don't even like her, right? And then behind the scenes, you guys are still buddies, right? And then he comes out and be like, maybe I should call her. Maybe I should see what's going on. I kind of miss her. And all of a sudden, Bruce is like, no, wait, what? Huh? No, don't you dare. I've been trying to text her or something like that. Mitch is using his manipulation abilities in a very good way, and it works out in your benefit. All right? Just so you know. And I got a feeling Mitch will tell you about it, though. Mitch might brag a little bit. I don't know if he's like, is he an Aries or something? He might brag a little bit of being like, I'm the one that fixed all this. Oh, okay. So he's just going to manipulate him. He's just going to manipulate him into like, you know what? I don't want to be just friends with her anymore. I think I'm going to try to work stuff out. And Bruce is like, don't you do what? And that lights the fire. And then Mitch is like, I was in no way going to do that. We're buddies. But oops, oh darn. Mitch is what's come a magician. So when he was unawoke, he was a complete manipulator, but now he's using his powers for the good. Okay. I knew it. I called it. You don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. Mitch is seriously freaking Betty White on Bruce. From the movie The Proposal, and you know how that movie ends, right? All right, maybe that's what Mitch is going to do. He's going to be like, oh, it's the big one. It's the big one. Oh my God, you two got to fix this thing. Otherwise I'm going to die. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm all better. He's a magician, but it's all right. We're cool. All right. So I hope that helps. I'm Melissa. I'm sorry. I missed some timestamps, but thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out, being part of the family. I love you guys. And it was Christmas Eve. I had to give you guys all your timestamps, and I do hope it helped. And I won't see you guys again until Friday. I'm going to do Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces then. So have a great Christmas. All right. Make the most of it as best as you can wherever you are. Okay. And take a moment to tell Jesus happy birthday. And I'll see you guys back here Friday. But peace, love, and Merry Christmas. Okay. I love you guys. I will never quit tarot, Susie. Never, ever. I will be 80 years old doing this stuff on the camera. Or with the Archer Network, I'll just be Paul McCartney behind the scenes managing it. But I'll still be on the camera. I'll be Grandpa Archer, be like, all right, guys, let's sit down and read some tarot cards. You know, hopefully chatbot never takes over. GTP cannot do tarot. Anyways, too many algorithms won't work. But that's fine. Love you guys. All right, Merry Christmas, everybody. Make it the best yet. And I will see you back here on Friday, okay? And until then, peace, love, and spinny hugs. You know I love you.